Sandonazzi, a small town in southern Italy, where ancient cobblestone streets and lush olive fields stretched to the horizon. In a hidden corner of the town, a skinny German shepherd wandered in search of food. Its scruffy fur and sorrowful eyes reflected a life of wandering without care. Maria Margherita Loki was a single woman who had lived in the town for many years. She loved animals and often took time to feed stray dogs. One autumn afternoon, on her way to church, she spotted the poor German shepherd curled up under the eaves of an abandoned house. Its eyes held a deep loneliness. "Poor thing, you must have been wandering for days," Maria gently said. She reached out her hand, but the dog hesitated and took a step back. With patience and love, she took out a piece of bread and placed it on the ground. The dog hesitated, but hunger overcame fear, and it moved forward to eat. From that day on, an invisible bond connected them. Maria decided to adopt the dog and named it Tommy. Under her tender care, Tommy gradually regained his health and trust in humans. He quickly became her loyal companion, following her everywhere, especially to church whenever she attended Mass. Tommy loved the mornings spent walking with Maria around town. He ran excitedly beside her, wagging his tail as he listened to her stories. Every Sunday morning, they went to San Donazzi Church together. The parishioners were all familiar with the sight of Maria and her faithful dog. Father Donato Panna always welcomed Tommy, as he was well behaved and never caused any trouble during the service. He simply lay quietly at Maria's feet, his eyes following her every move. As the years passed, their bond grew stronger. Tommy was not just a dog, he was Maria's family, and to Tommy, Maria was his whole world. One November morning, the sky was gray, signaling an approaching rain. Tommy sensed something was wrong when Maria did not get out of bed as usual. He moved closer, gently nudging her hand, but she did not respond. Maria had passed away. The next day, her funeral was held at San Donazzi Church. Tommy followed the coffin, his eyes filled with indescribable sorrow. As the casket was carried into the church, Tommy sat quietly in his usual corner, ears drooping, eyes fixed on her fading presence. When the coffin was lowered into the ground, Tommy remained there as if waiting for a miracle, but no miracle happened. Maria was truly gone. In the days that followed, the townspeople noticed something unusual. Tommy still came to the church every day at the exact time of the Mass. He sat quietly in his usual corner, watching the priest, as if waiting for a familiar figure to appear. Even at other funerals, Tommy attended, moving many to tears. Father Donato Panna said, "Every day, Tommy comes here and sits through the service very solemnly. He never makes a sound. I have never heard him bark inside the church." In the past, Tommy used to come with Maria and sit right at her feet. He was always well behaved. No one ever complained about him. After Maria passed away, Tommy still came here, sitting silently by the altar. I couldn't bring myself to send him away. Only after the prayers ended would I gently usher him out. Father Donato Panna and the townspeople decided to take care of Tommy. They fed him and sheltered him from the rain and cold, but no one could fill the void in his heart. At night, Tommy returned to the doorstep of his old home, where he had lived with Maria, curling up in the darkness, silently waiting. Tommy's story quickly spread, touching the hearts of millions. Local newspapers and even international media reported on the loyal dog of San Donazzi. People compared him to Hachiko, the legendary dog of Japan, or Greyfriars Bobby, the famous dog of Scotland. But to the people of this small town, Tommy was more than just a touching story. He was part of their family. That winter, Tommy continued his hopeless wait. He aged rapidly, but still persisted in coming to church every day. One cold morning, Tommy could no longer get up. He lay there, his eyes fixed on the church door, as if still hoping that one day, Maria would return to take him home. They found Tommy in eternal sleep right on the church steps. The whole town mourned and held a ceremony to bid him farewell, just as he had once done for Maria. Tommy was buried near the church, the place where he had spent his final days waiting for his beloved owner. That day, a gentle rain fell over San Donazzi, like the sky shedding tears for a love that never faded. In today's fast-paced and chaotic world, people often forget the simple yet profound values of loyalty, gratitude, and unconditional love. The story of Tommy, a dog from the small town of San Donazzi, Italy, serves as a gentle but powerful reminder of those values. things that may seem small but have the power to touch hearts across the world. Tommy was once a stray dog, taken in by Maria Margarita Loki, a kind woman who became his companion and caretaker. Every day, Tommy followed her to church and sat quietly at her feet, like a silent friend always by her side. After Maria passed away, no one told Tommy to go back to the church. No one expected him to wait. Yet every day, when the church bells rang, he returned to the same spot where her coffin had been placed during her funeral. No barking, no fuss, just quiet presence and a heart that could not forget the one it loved, something we humans may be slowly forgetting in a world full of convenience and shallow connections.